and welcome to The One Who Seeks. Or you are the one who seeks. What are you seeking? All right, we're going to do a twin flame reading, which I almost never do. So let's do it. Let's get into it. If I got some good decks to do these kind of readings. So let's do you, them, and the relationship as our spread. So it's going to be a 3-card read with any clarifications that we might need. So we're going to start off with this deck here, which is our Lover's Oracle. Okay, little heart shapes. To get us started, this one wants to jump out. Okay, it feels like there's 2 here. These cards are so thick. So great. I love it. Okay, definitely just 1 card there. Definitely feels like 2 though. So, which is interesting, right? So it's like, could be that the meshing of your twin flame and yourself, you know, 2 bodies becoming 1. Okay, this is a beautiful card. And it says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Interesting. So, the current situation, huh? Well, maybe there's something going on. Maybe you're not trusting your twin flame. Maybe there's something going on with text messages going back and forth with somebody else. They're being a little shady. So yeah, interesting. So I do want to know what's going on with this current situation. So I'm going to pull a tarot card for that. I knew this was going to happen. As soon as I said it's 3-card reading, I knew I was going to be doing more. So, it's something about like saying what you're going to do, or do what you say you're going to do. But plans are going to change depending on the situation. So I want to know what the situation is here. Okay, this is the Queen of Cups. This is Mother of Cups here. Okay, so the situation is you feel like you are stuck out in the ocean by yourself. And the water is just surrounding you here. So there's definitely a lot of emotion going on. With this situation that's going on. We're also pointing at this dolphin here. So interestingly enough, so when I think of dolphins now, because I heard this a while back, how like dolphins can be super aggressive and like rape people, basically. Like they hump them, and which seems really weird because most of us think of dolphins as being very playful. They're very, very smart. So there is some sort of aggression going on sexually, okay? And you just need to have trust in your partner. If you don't have that trust with them, then this is not consensual, right? Interesting. So this could have happened to you maybe in the past, where you were molested or something, and it's time to transform this feeling that we have, this traumatic event that we have, right? And once you can look at it in a different situation, because if something happened to you as a child, it's going to make it difficult for you to have a relationship with somebody and have trust and comfort and security with them, right? It makes it a lot more difficult. So it's almost like when you accept the current situation, you'll automatically transform, right? So recognizing these traumas and these triggers will help you transform your mindset around this. Okay, so it feels very deep. There's definitely a lot of motion here. So it can feel like you're drowning, if the water is surrounding you. You have less and less sandbar here to stand on before you just become completely engulfed with these emotions, right? And I see her pointing here at the dolphin. It's almost like placing blame on somebody, like, you did this to me. You are the one who did this. But then kind of coming out triumphant here. She has kind of like this, it almost looks like a trophy. It's a cup that she's holding up, right? It's almost like praying to the gods above, like, please fill my cup, so that it's not half empty, it's half full, right? Because this person did this to me, and I need to look at it in a new perspective. Wow. Okay. All right, let's pull another one of these. See where we go. These are really sticky. And another beautiful one. It still feels like there's two, but there's not. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, so I almost feel like this could be a new relationship for you, and you're contemplating whether or not you want to become intimate with them. Okay. Excuse me. Let's take a moment and breathe, right? Because we already have these trust issues over here about the sexuality. So if we take a moment to work on ourselves, not rush into anything, then if this is meant for you, nature's going to take its course. And it's going to happen for you. We don't need to have any kind of extra pressure here. Okay? And I'm just going to take a card to also accentuate what's going on here with the wait and don't rush into it. Okay? And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So the eight is a strength card. So having the strength of, trying to think of the word, abstaining, being abstinent with somebody, and really figuring out who they are before you jump into something. Okay, we do have this figure 8 here, so it's the cycles that continue. There's nothing to separate it, right? And so we're trying to break that up. Let's break that up. Even though it seems like you're kind of like in a dry spell right now, right? Maybe you haven't been intimate with somebody for a really long time. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult for you to navigate. Okay, and we have the moon here in the background, which is also about your emotions and about your shadow side. So that's something that you're trying to hide from this other person. You maybe just don't want to let them know that this has happened to you. Okay, we're going to do you, them in the relationship. So, Spirit, tell me more about the collective who I'm talking to now. Six of Swords. Wow. Yeah, you really do feel a little burdened by this. You are literally this boat here. So, you got to stay afloat the water here. Somehow, even with all of these swords basically in your back, you're carrying them around. Okay, these are challenges the feelings that are in the air. Okay, this looks like a cold winter's day, and you're out in the river here. You might even be like stuck in this water. It could have frozen over. So I do feel like you're stuck. You might be a little bit cold and callous. We need to have some harmony here. 6 is harmony. So that we could add some greenery and some warmth here, right? You want to be more loving and nurturing so that we could defrost these emotions, right? It looks like some of the swords are falling out here. And it's like you're almost trying to hold on to it somehow without using your hands, right? Because you don't want to lose this, which is not the best thing for you. You really should lose these swords. These are challenges. Swords are about the mind, things that are going on through your mind that you need to release and let go of. Okay, Spirit, tell me about them. Them. Who's this partner? Okay, 2 of Wands. Yeah, so which is unity, is partnership. Okay, there needs to be some sort of a balance here. I'm seeing and hearing we are the same, right? Because they're the same sex here. Doesn't mean that this is necessarily a I want to be politically correct here, like a gay relationship. It could just mean that you are cut from the same cloth, right? You are the same. These are both males, so you are both the same in some sort of a way. We are kind of in the desert again. Here we are in Egypt, right? And these pyramids really do have to do with spirituality and how it's pointing up to the sky and what does it actually represent. Okay, there's a lot of different meanings and interpretations about the Egyptians and how these pyramids were made and all the hard work that goes into it and how it takes more than one man, right? It takes a lot of men. It takes thousands of men to build these. But this is about having the unity, right? Having that connection with somebody. And this could even be getting some sort of help from somebody else, right? This could be a doctor. This could be a psychiatrist, a psychologist. It could just be a friend, right? And they're kind of walking the same path here with you. Okay, wands are about passion. So there's definitely some passion here. A lot of passion going on with this other person. They really do have a liking to you. Okay, and they want to bring you out into this golden era here. It's very golden. It's very sunny. It's like these are even shimmering and gleaming like the stars, right? This could even be a star, like a movie star, what I'm hearing. Which I could also hear something about maybe they're a little bit fake too, right? Because they're a really good actor. And that could be a little triggering for you, right? Because you want to be able to trust this person, but there's something that's making you wait, right? We're not really sure. Yeah, we're kind of on the same page and we're the same thing, but at the same time, there's something unstable about it. Okay, let's find out the relationship. Arising. Okay. So I see this as having an out-of-body experience. Okay, so this person could really make you feel like your spirit is leaving you. Like, it could also mean that you're like watching your own life as if you had separated from your body, and now you are looking at yourself, right? It's almost like you have died, right? And I think this has to do with the transformation that's going on over here. Once you accept maybe that this person is not exactly who they say they are, even though I do feel like they are trying to help you, there's something weird going on, right? There's some sort of a death and a rebirth and out of body experience. Maybe they just make you feel so good that you can't believe it, right? You can't believe that this is you in your life. Okay, I want to know more about what's going on here, why this other person seems so mysterious and untrustworthy, even though there is a lot of passion here, and they're trying to bring you some sunshine and defrost you and make you feel really good and have you separate your body from your soul. Okay, what's this mystery? 3 of Wands. Okay, so there's a passion going on here. I really do feel like there is a third party situation going on. Maybe this person is really into some sort of like threesome. And that kind of makes you feel uncomfortable. It's taking you out of your realm here in the relationship. This is not your normal thing to do, right? And I feel like they're trying to kind of pressure you into doing this, and you're not really quite sure about it. Okay. So let's find out what it is that they are trying to say to you here to convince you. What is it that they're saying to you to convince you? I need to hold back my true feelings for you. Right? That frozenness here. Because I do feel like you really like this person, right? But we're telling you to wait here. Telling you to wait. You need to hold back, right? Your feelings and your emotions can kind of lie to you sometimes, and it's not always for your best life, right? It's not for your best intention. Okay. And so I think my actual question was, how are they trying to convince you here, right? So I do feel like there's something about this third party. Maybe they are already in a relationship. This might not have to do with you being involved together in the same bed, but there is that third party as far as I'm with somebody else, but I'm really starting to have feelings for you. Whoa. What is the truth? What is the truth? Okay. And this is you. What is the truth? I need to know the truth in order to feel safe. right? Please tell me the truth, okay? And what are you saying to them? I can't express myself. Yeah, because you're frozen, right? You're frozen. And so you do need to have this out-of-body experience with this person. Wow. Okay, what are others saying about this relationship? No one understands me but you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like anybody really understands this relationship other than the two of you, right? Because you are really connected here. But it kind of feels forbidden. Feels like a forbidden love. And I don't think that you have a lot of support here with this relationship from others, right? Looking in. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do a relationship. It's about you, relationship. I feel the least loved when you. Okay, this is something for you to think about. What is this other person doing to make you not feel loved? Right? I feel the least loved when you. And we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like this is when you challenge me. Right? You challenge my mind and how I'm thinking about something, how I feel about something. Instead of recognizing my emotions, I feel like this other person is trying to convince you that no one understands me but you. But they're not listening to you. They're not listening to what your needs are and the traumas that have already occurred. That's why you need to wait. Wait it out, because there is a lot of like fighting, not necessarily like arguing, but there's a lot of pushback here. Okay, this is what I want. No, this is what I want. There's no compromise happening here. All right, let's see. Intimacy. Okay. What do I do that turns you on the most? Which is kind of opposite of feeling the least love, right? What do I do that turns you on the most? Why are you so attracted to this person? Even though it seems so shady. Oh gosh, see? 5 of Cups. There's that threesome again, right? So this other person definitely likes these threesomes, likes these complicated situations. That's what turns them on, okay? But it's not really your style. It's not your gig, right? You're over here angry because these other two are having a great time and they're really enjoying it. And you want it to just be you. Yeah, so you're in the background smashing things up. You really feel left out in the cold here. Right? I think it's turning you into somebody else, right? And not necessarily in a good way.
yeah, there's a lot of intimacy going on. There's a lot of fire, passion. Can really feel good in the moment. But later, when you go home and you're all by yourself and you're sleeping in your bed, you're having kind of these nightmares about it. Okay? I don't really think it's helping you to recover. Okay, so what should you do about this relationship? Should you stay? Should you go? The Magician. I feel like this is creating something better for yourself. I think that you're a very magical person and you can make things happen. But there's some danger here. You have a snake here under this who could slither out and bite you at any time. We also have the passion with the mind, right? So there's like a little gleam here too where they meet, right? But there's a lot more surface in the areas here where they don't meet. So there's only that one little spark of, I think you're very attractive and I have these feelings for you, but they're really not enough, right? There's still so much more surface to be covered here. And it's gathering all the information to find out what the truth is. Okay, instead of this instantly being something that you just go and, you just met this person and now you're already in bed. It's like a one-night stand. Okay, and they have a lot of little fantasies that they like to do that you don't really know this person. So it could be a dangerous situation for you unless you're on board with it, right? Unless you feel comfortable with it. This has got to be a mutual thing. You could have a lot of fun, but it's also super weird for you, right? And it messes with your emotions. And so instead of that being instant where you just jump into bed with this person, you really need to take the time to gather the information. Okay? Think about it in your mind. What is the passion? Why do you feel this way? What are the emotions that go with that? And what is the cost? Okay, so this is your twin flame reading. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found that useful. Please like, share, subscribe. Go to onewhoseeks.info, book your personal reading, and check out my swag. And I will see you on the next one. Stay safe.